The great tzaddik, Reb Menachem Mendel of Kotsk, provides an incredible insight. In the Aseres Hadibros, we read, Lo signov, do not steal. And of course, in the context of the Ten Commandments, this is a prohibition against kidnapping. In other places in the Torah Kedosha discusses the prohibition of general theft. You're not allowed to steal. You can't steal another person's possession. You can't steal another person's money. You can't steal another person's time. But the Kotzker says something amazing. He explains, Ein perusho shelo signov eitzo hazulas. He said, don't think for a moment that the prohibition to steal only applies to the other, elagam al signov as das atzmecha. But rather, literally translated, do not steal your own understanding as well. Or the Kotzker says, the prohibition of theft doesn't only apply from me to the other, but the prohibition of theft applies in me with myself. Specifically, do not engage in self-delusion. A lot of times we steal the truth from ourselves. I know what is MS. I know what is correct. I know what I should be doing. I know how I should be living. I know that there are certain things I should not be doing. I should not be engaging in. But sometimes we engage in geneva, we engage in theft. We steal the truth from ourselves. I know it. I know what the MS is in life. You know, we like to speak about that there's so much gray in this world. It's true. There is a lot of gray. But I think there's a lot more black and white than there is gray. There's a lot more clarity than ambiguity, at least in how we live our day-to-day lives. But we have to resist the temptation to engage in self-delusion. You know, in this week's parasha we read of the Chet Egel, the sin of the golden calf, and Rav Shlomo Fall Hirsch and many of the commentaries are bothered by the same basic question. How could they do it? How could they do it? After seeing everything they saw what God did in Egypt, they saw what God did by the sea, they saw Matan Torah, Sinaitic revelation already. How could they build a golden calf and say the words, Elo Elokecha Yisrael, this is your God, Jewish people? And Rav Hirsch, Rav Shlomo Fall Hirsch says something amazing. He explains they didn't believe in the calf. They didn't actually think it was a God. They believed in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But what? God had handed them a whole system of morality. And they were not very happy with these new moral strictures. They were not happy with these prohibitions. They wanted to lead a more permissive life. Well, what's the problem? Most of us don't want to actually say, I don't want to follow halacha. I don't feel like doing this. So instead, they just invented a new system. It was the religion of Egel. And in the religion of Egel, the religion of golden calf, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this, but there are no strictures of morality. When it comes to the world of morality, the religion of Egel is much more relaxed. Or says Rav Hirsch, they wanted to do something wrong. And instead of just being honest that it's wrong, none of us are perfect, we do things wrong, they created a new system in order to justify the wrongful actions. That, says Rav Hirsch, was the sin of the golden calf. That we all make mistakes. Of course we make mistakes. That we sin, I've lost count of already how many averos I've committed today. That's the nature of being a frail human being. That's the nature of being an individual, an Adam. We make mistakes. But don't try to explain away your mistakes by saying that they're not really problematic. No, it's really mutter. There's another opinion. There's another shita. There's another approach. That was the Chet Egel. That was the sin of the golden calf. That instead of just admitting we have these moral weaknesses, which we all possess, they said, no, we don't have any moral weaknesses. We just created a new system that allows us to do whatever we want to do. And says the Kotzker, that's lo signov. Don't steal from the other, and don't steal from yourself. Don't take what doesn't belong to you, and don't steal the truth from your soul. Don't steal the MS from yourself. Don't obscure what you know to be objective fact in an effort to make myself feel better about the wrongs I have committed. You see, the beautiful part about Yiddishkeit is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not need us to be perfect. He doesn't even need us to be great. But what he does need us to do is to be honest and to try. To be honest and to try. And honesty requires me to abstain from geneva. Honesty requires me to abstain from theft. I have to stop stealing the truth from myself in an effort to justify the things that I do. If I make mistakes, let me find the strength to simply own them. Not explain them away, not rationalize, I make mistakes, we all make mistakes. But let me find the strength to resist the temptation to engage in personalistic geneva. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.